A tragedy unveiled, the night of March 26, 1972. A young Adivasi girl named Mathura found herself at the heart of a case that would shake India. On the night of March 26th, inside the very walls meant to protect, a nightmare unfolded. Mathura, just a teenager, was raped. The accused? 2 police officers at the Desaigunj police station. Mathura's story became a symbol of systemic injustices faced by countless women in India. It forced India to confront uncomfortable truths about its justice system and societal biases. The accusation, a whisper against the roar. The power dynamics were stark. On one side, Mathura, a young Adivasi girl from a marginalized community. On the other, 2 police officers, symbols of authority and power. Her accusation? Rape. Their defense? Consent. The officers used their position to intimidate and silence Mathura. They exploited her vulnerability, knowing the odds were stacked against her. The police station, meant to be a place of safety, became a site of terror. The case exposed the deep-seated biases within the system. Mathura's testimony was dismissed, her character questioned. The police officers, leveraging their influence, painted a narrative that favored them. It was a classic case of he said, she said, where the scales of justice were heavily tilted against the victim. Walls of injustice, the trial and initial verdict. The trial began, and with it, a wave of injustice washed over Mathura. The courtroom, meant to be a sanctuary for truth, became another battleground. Her story, her trauma, was dissected and doubted. The defense attorneys, skilled in manipulating the narrative, used every tactic to discredit Mathura. They preyed on societal prejudices, painting her as promiscuous and unreliable. Her tribal background was used against her, further marginalizing her in the eyes of the law. The judge, influenced by prevailing biases, delivered a verdict that shook the conscience of many. He acquitted the accused police officers. The court ruled that Mathura's submission did not qualify as rape. This decision sent a chilling message that the law offered little protection to women, especially those from marginalized communities. A glimmer of hope. The High Court's intervention. The Sessions Court's verdict ignited a firestorm of anger and disbelief. How could a system designed to protect fail so spectacularly? Social activists and women's rights groups rallied behind Mathura, refusing to let her case be swept under the rug. An appeal was filed in the Bombay High Court. This time, there was a glimmer of hope. The High Court, overturning the lower court's decision, convicted the accused officers. They recognized the inherent power imbalance and acknowledged the impossibility of consent in such a situation. This was a victory, albeit a temporary one. It was a testament to the power of collective action and the unwavering spirit of those fighting for justice. The High Court's judgment provided a much-needed ray of hope, a sign that the system could be challenged. Section 5. Shattered Trust. The Supreme Court's reversal. The fight for justice reached its pinnacle at the Supreme Court of India. The nation held its breath, hoping for a final affirmation of Mathura's truth. However, in a devastating turn of events, the Supreme Court overturned the High Court's verdict. The Apex Court, citing lack of evidence and focusing on the absence of visible injuries, acquitted the accused officers. Their reasoning sent shockwaves through the nation. It reinforced the belief that the legal system, instead of protecting the vulnerable, often shielded the powerful. This verdict was a crushing blow, not just for Mathura, but for countless women across India. It highlighted the urgent need for legal reforms to address custodial rape and protect the rights of marginalized communities. The fight for justice, though dealt a severe blow, was far from over. Section 6. Outrage and uprising. The nation demands justice. The Supreme Court's verdict ignited a firestorm of outrage across India. Women's rights groups, legal experts, and citizens from all walks of life rose in protest. The streets resonated with demands for accountability and justice for Mathura. Demonstrations erupted in major cities, condemning the verdict and highlighting the urgent need for legal reforms. The case became a rallying cry for a generation demanding gender equality and an end to violence against women. The Mathura rape case became a watershed moment in India's social and legal history. It sparked a nationwide debate about custodial rape, consent, and the systemic biases that permeated the justice system. The public outcry, fueled by a collective sense of injustice, forced the government to take notice. This was not just about one case anymore. It was about systemic change. Section 7. Echoes of Mathura, Parallels and Continuing Struggles. The echoes of Mathura's case resonated long after the verdict. Her story became a chilling reminder of the vulnerability of women in custody and the urgent need for legal safeguards. Sadly, similar cases continue to surface, exposing the deep-rooted flaws within the system. The case of Manorama Devi in Manipur, the custodial rape and death of Soni Sori in Chhattisgarh, and countless other incidents mirrored the horrors faced by Mathura. These cases underscored the fact that true justice remained elusive for many, especially those from marginalized communities. The struggle for justice, ignited by Mathura's case, became a continuous battle against deeply entrenched patriarchal norms and systemic biases. It highlighted the need for not just legal reforms, but also a fundamental shift in societal attitudes towards women and marginalized communities. Section 8. Legal Reforms, a testament to Mathura's ordeal. The public outcry following Mathura's case had a profound impact. It forced the government to re-evaluate existing laws and introduce crucial amendments to protect women from sexual violence, especially in custody. In 1983, as a direct response to the case, the Indian Penal Code was amended. The definition of rape was broadened, and custodial rape was recognized as a distinct offense. The amendment also made it more difficult for accused officers to claim consensual sex with women in custody. These legal reforms, though hard-won, were a testament to the power of collective action and the unwavering spirit of those who refused to be silenced. They marked a significant step towards a more just and equitable society. However, the fight for effective implementation and a change in societal attitudes remained an ongoing battle. Section 9. Shifting Perspectives, Challenging Societal Norms. The Mathura rape case was not just a legal battle, it was a catalyst for social change. It ignited a conversation about consent, sexual violence, and the deeply ingrained patriarchal norms that perpetuated injustice. The case challenged the traditional understanding of rape and forced society to confront uncomfortable truths about power dynamics and the vulnerability of women. It sparked a movement demanding greater awareness, sensitivity, and accountability for crimes against women. The case also highlighted the plight of marginalized communities and their vulnerability to exploitation. It emphasized the need for inclusive policies that address the specific challenges faced by these groups. The fight for Mathura became a fight for a more just and equitable society for all. Section 10. The Unfinished Battle Towards a Safer Future. The legacy of the Mathura rape case lives on. It serves as a stark reminder of the work that remains to be done in achieving true gender justice in India. While legal reforms were crucial, they were just the first step in a long and arduous journey. The fight continues to ensure effective implementation of laws, sensitize law enforcement agencies, and challenge deep-rooted societal biases. It requires a collective effort from individuals, communities, and institutions to create a safer and more just society for all. The quest for justice for Mathura is not over. It is an ongoing battle against deeply entrenched patriarchal norms and systemic biases. It demands a continuous effort to create a society where every individual, regardless of gender, caste, or creed, feels safe, respected, and protected. Remembering Mathura, a legacy of resilience. Mathura's story is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. It is a story of courage, raising a voice against injustice and igniting change. Though denied justice, Her case sparked a revolution. Her legacy lives on in those fighting to dismantle patriarchy. It reminds us that the pursuit of justice must never cease.